Go. All right. And we've got some exciting announcements today. There's Alex. Does your mic work? Yes,
yeah,
his
it
mic
works.
All right, there we go. So Marcelo is in here too. So we actually got a bunch of the guys in here right now. I need to grab some headphones is what I need to do. I do not see Marcelo. Chat.
There we go.
Host and panelists. All right.
Good. Here we go. All right.
So-
What's up, guys? This is great.
So Yosh, Eric, and Blake, your guys' mic. Okay, Yosh's mic is on. Blake, your mic is off.
All right. Good
All right.
morning.
Hey, Yosh.
Hi, Al. How you doing?
Hey, I know that place.
Yep. Coming to you live from Matt Marshall Studios in San Diego.
I can't hear anybody.
Morning, Blake.
Morning, guys.
And also, guys, there is a Q&A page in here as well. So if you guys want to jump on the Q&A and ask a question, we can go ahead and answer those things directly for you guys.
Okay. So thanks for bearing with us, guys, as we get this started. It's going to become seamless once we get through a little test run here, but
Maybe we get some
were you able
headphones.
to find Marcelo in there yet?
Blake.
Huh?
You go to a Christmas party last night?
Yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah, my family Christmas party.
Oh, good for you. Did you have any eggnog?
I did have a little bit. First time ever.
Yeah, you look horribly hungover.
Do I? Damn,
No.
feel pretty good.
You look great, dude. You're out living it up.
Let's see if I
Look at
can
my
locate
my
Marcelo
phone
on
stand
here.
there. How perfect is that?
Oh. Oh, there he is. All right, Ryan, can you hear us now? And are you able
I can't
to
hear anything.
Okay, I can see Marcelo in here. I guess you can't hear me, so it doesn't help, but I think Ryan has to add the panelists.
All right. Attendees. Ryan has to do it.
I think so. I can't click on.
You think Ryan would be on this? Like he's like the spick and span the guy.
New platform.
Yep. Can't figure it out. Yeah, I can't click on Marcelo either. I don't know. Do you think he has anything important to say?
All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining us. That'll wrap up our Dynasty Champions Club webinar. Have a great day.
There we go. All right, I'm in with audio now.
Okay, cool. And Ryan, I think you have to be the one to add.
Yeah, I know.
Marcelo.
I had to find his name. His name wasn't in there.
Okay.
It's okay. Everybody's gonna be okay if Marcelo's. We're gonna be okay.
So Dustin has a couple questions. Will we be seeing any of the Dynasty guys playing Mech 10-man this year? I definitely will be at some point. Definitely the Sacramento one up here. I'm not going to make the first one in Florida, but those are some of my favorite events to compete in. So yes, I will certainly be out there at some point. And I know some of the other guys enjoy that too. So look for us out there, probably not playing as a team, but as guests on other teams.
I will most likely be at the Chicago event.
Nice. Dude, you're like a lumberjack, bro. Look at you. You should start chopping that wood. Do you have an axe?
I got a chainsaw.
Just put your thing on mute and then start chainsawing that stump. Yeah, we all need to be doing that.
We
The
got
only
a
thing
couple-
I've been lifting is charcuterie board.
How about I do the chainsawing without putting mute?
It'd be nicer than listening to Ryan.
All right, Marcelo's in now.
There we go.
The world's safe now.
All right.
Marcelo, nice
What
scarf.
up?
You're a
Yep.
hero.
It's cold this morning. Where's my Hormesis scarf?
Dude, coming at you.
I've been waiting. The Burberry paintball.
All right. Over under on does Ryan have pants on right now?
That's weird.
Yeah, that's
Prove
weird.
it. Prove
I have
it,
my jammies on,
prove
though.
it.
Christmas jammies, Ryan. Come on.
Oh, jammies.
All right,
All
so
right.
yeah, go ahead, Yosh.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us. It looks like we have about 60, 62 of the Champions Club members here in this webinar. Obviously, you guys have witnessed us getting off to a start here, and we're, kind of testing out this platform to make sure that it works for the upcoming Dynasty Intel sessions. The Intel sessions are going to kind of take form and be a little different each month. We have the intention of obviously providing access through the Facebook group, but also doing something that's a little more formal where we can have this type of conversation and question and answer forum. And we'll have different topics that we bring you through the Intel sessions throughout the year. I know, when we were coming up with this idea and we added the Intel sessions as a part of the Dynasty Champions Club, we thought, giving info about, field layouts and tactics and strategy based on what we're going through in our progression of practicing and preparing for tournaments would be really valuable, especially in a forum where we could answer questions in real time. So I think this looks like it's going to be effective in that. But beyond that, we just want to have some legit, FaceTime with you guys as well, because that's what this is about. The Dynasty Champions Club is really about sharing in this experience together and going through the 2022 season with Dynasty all together. And it's going to be amazing. I mean, we're at this point, we're rolling pretty deep, and I think that's going to give us a really good feeling through the year. So thank you for not just for joining us today, but thank you for being a part of the Dynasty Champions Club and supporting us, and spending your time to be here with us and go through all this stuff that we love to do.
Yeah, and it's another way for you guys also, for us to, we're all pretty easily accessible, as a lot of you already know, but this is a great way for you to be even closer to us through the fan page, through individual access at events and special events that we're going to be holding, and then other opportunities for us to give you guys a first look at a lot of new and upcoming products and merchandise and everything like that that we're going to be coming out with. So this is also a really great opportunity for everybody involved to just be closer and have a more intimate feeling with those of you guys who we appreciate and who appreciate us the most.
Certainly. So obviously everyone got the email that we sent out, and we posted in the Facebook group as well. We're going to always be trying to find the best way to communicate so that everyone can be involved, to talk about what we're why we wanted to all get together today. We kind of listed a couple of topics that we intend to get to, but we're going to also try to answer a ton of questions and have people involved too. So I'll just give a quick rundown of the topics we intend to cover, and then some of these other guys can start to expand maybe on topic number one. But we're going to cover 2022 Dynasty outlook and goals. I know that there's been some changes already, some pretty major ones. So I know some of the guys can weigh in on that. We're going to talk about the first Dynasty Champions Club VIP grand prize experience, which is going to be drawn in January. That's the first grand prize that the Champions Club is going to get, and that's a pretty awesome one. We'll cover that, and then info about future Intel sessions and what we want to cover, and then obviously answer questions from you all. So to start, 2022 Dynasty outlook, Dynasty goals. Marcelo, if you want to, kind of give us put you on the spot here. Tell us a little bit about your what the current state of Dynasty is and what you see as the team's main goals.
Yeah, I think, with the acquisition of Archie, it's pretty obvious that the team's main goals primarily are to go out there and win another series title, which is pretty exciting. I think the team's in a really good position. Everything has come together. You guys saw that towards the end of last year. Everyone's playing really well on the same page. And then to add somebody like Archie is just absolutely massive for the organization. Also to bring in some youth with Damian, I think was really big. I'm excited to see his development. I think he's going to really surprise the league and be kind of a hidden gem. So for everybody in the Champions Club, it's going to be cool for you guys to witness that firsthand as well. Outside of, the playing stuff on the field, this is one of the coolest things that I think any paintball team has ever done. I'm really excited to be able to connect with everybody. The experiences that the team is offering to give people an opportunity to come join us and be on this journey it's super special. So I think it's an exciting time to be a Dynasty player and a Dynasty fan.
Certainly. Blake, got something? Marcelo may have stated it perfectly, but have something to add to Dynasty 2022 goals, maybe personal goals.
Yeah, to remain on the top is going to be the biggest focus for us, and that's going to be tough because once you get to the top, then everybody starts chipping away at you, and the biggest thing is just to keep our mentality for the year. And I think with acquiring Archie is big into boosting and keeping that mindset right. And he's already started. So, it's perfect.
Yeah. To touch on that, I'm sure people understand how it goes. They've been on a team, maybe a paintball team, and like every paintball team has a group text message thread, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, one of the first things that Archie put into our chat, and it's rattling around in all of our heads, but it definitely helps someone to vocalize that to kind of keep us focused. But Archie started talking about setting goals for personal growth and what we thought the intention for the team would be, and just start thinking about that and take some time. He didn't put anybody on the spot to like throw out an answer right away, but I think the thought process there is think about what you really want out of this upcoming year.
Did Yosh freeze?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it looks like Yosh froze a little bit. He's over at Maddie's house. Actually, we were just at his baby shower last night. So
Maddie doesn't have that good Wi-Fi.
yeah, he doesn't have. Yeah, Go Sports doesn't get him that good Wi-Fi. But just to kind of elaborate on what he was saying is setting goals and what Archie had provided, just by sending that text message out was kind of like just to boost everybody prior to the season. And I think that that's also one of the reasons that we wanted to engage with everybody here also before we release everything and before the actual official launch of the Champions Club, which is slated to be in January, but we wanted to get this thing going soon so we could give you guys our intentions and set our intentions for the new year, and really connect with you guys this way. And that's something that the team is planning to do as well. We're really working on a lot of that. And I know there was a question, I think, from Chase in here that will help to pivot to this as well, is what point in time during the off season do you guys start back up? So generally Dynasty has started the 2 weekends before the first event. Late February is usually when we start to practice and get ready and gear up. This year we might start a little earlier because I know a lot of the guys are really itching to get out there. We're really excited because we're buzzing from the win at the last event and the season. So we want to get a leg up, and I think there's going to be a big practice down here in San Diego. So we might jump in with Aftermath, NYX, and who else was it, Marcelo?
Yeah, I forget.
Outlaws?
Something like that.
Yeah.
I forget which teams. NYX. Was that right? Here, I could find
It was
out.
NYX, Aftermath, and maybe
Diesel.
Diesel.
That's right. There we go.
So that's to answer your question, Chase. That was kind of what we were looking at doing, is starting a little bit early, and it's gonna be good too. One of the reasons that Kevin was pushing to pick up 2 new players was to give us old guys, no, but everybody a little bit more relief as far as practice goes. Having a 10 man deeper roster is just easier on everybody's body. Throughout the season. It is a long season. This year we will be planning on playing all 6 events, and so that's a minimum of 12 weekends of practice, and then we're going to add one extra one. But that's one of the reasons that we came with a deeper roster and we decided to get 10 events. Plus, who knows? Alex has got weddings and family or things. Like, who knows if he's going to show up?
What did Archie say in the team chat?
Well, he asked a question.
What was the question?
There we go.
Well, my team chats, I can't be bothered with that.
So. Archie just said that he wanted to have everybody set an intention for 2022 and think about something that they could work on. Obviously, you could work on being more engaged with us and paying attention to us. But
I have mine already. Got my intention.
So yeah, that's kind of an exciting way to unravel that. And so to answer Zul's question as well, Zulali, we're not going to plan on moving, we're always scouting more prospects. Everybody's always looking for the next big thing as far as players go, but we don't plan on picking anybody else up for the remainder of the season for 2022.
That's true, Marty. Yeah, Damian can work on how to play paintball. Well, we'll see. I mean, he's we know he's a good player. We practice with him. He's a good guy. And that's one of the things on our team is, we can take someone with raw talent and kind of do our best to mold them into a complete player. But what we can't do is make someone a cool guy. So, there's those things, right? You want to have a good teammate, a fun teammate, someone you're willing to share a room with, combined with a good
Alex, look how cool you guys made Ryan.
It's for sure. I mean,
True,
I'm not even going to go into that. Yeah, Ryan would be quite an awkward fellow if it wasn't for us, I will say. But we love you, Ryan. And yeah, I mean, going back to my intention for the year, it's certainly to have a good time and have fun and win while doing it. So I feel like, it is, especially coming off a win, which, in a very successful season, which we've done in the past, I feel like the pressure to stay relevant and the expectation to do well on yourself is a thing. And you've got to just kind of understand that you can't let that burden you. You've got to just, enjoy yourself and keep moving forward and be creative and not be afraid of failure. And just go out there and do what you do. So that's my intention, is to keep having a good time.
I think that's a really key point that you made at the very end. And a lot of people ask, this question is kind of like, what do you guys do? How do you prepare? What's the most important thing to the team's success? And I think making sure that you always are having a good time is really important. You know, making sure that it's not as much of a job, or it's not daunting, or you don't want to not go to the practice. Like, everybody wants to come to practice. Everybody's excited to be there. We all want to stay there. We all want to hang out with each other. And that's a really important thing that's helped with Dynasty's success over the years, is everybody wants to be here. No one's just being paid and they kind of have to be here. That's what I think is happening on a lot of some of the other top teams, is they're just there because that's what they're getting paid to do. That's not the type of player that we ever look for. That's not the player we want. And you don't really want to be in that position either. So I think that that's something that attributes to Dynasty's success quite a bit. And I think that that's something that Alex left with at the end there. And that's an important factor.
Yeah. And you know, I did have a couple moments where I was watching the other teams throughout the year. And I feel like some of these guys, you know, have expectations and have a really difficult time with failure. And something that I've learned is that, you know, having fun and failure with your teammates is a valuable experience. And accepting that and taking it honestly, where, you know, a lot of these guys get knocked out of the tournament and are just, you know, angry and disgruntled and discouraged and are like, we should have won. Why didn't we win? We deserve to win. We practiced hard. We yelled and screamed before the game. Like, I mean, you know, those things are not honest. So I feel like, you know, you have to be able to look at your failure in an honest way, and then, you know, almost like embrace it, and then be willing to do that again, because, you know, winning is easy. And when you win, there's no problems. But when you fail, that's when your character and your teammates' character gets exposed. So you got to be able to do that and go through that together. And it's taken us a long time to be able to deal with that, and also to accept each other's criticism in a you know, non-personal type of way, because we're all friends and we know that, you know, and our goal is the same. It's to win the paintball tournament. And, you know, there's obviously variance of opinion, and we're able to work that out without, you know, going back to our hotel room and saying like, I hate that guy, you know, he's a jerk. Like, that's just not something that happens. It's, you know, we had a difference of opinion, but, you know, we're just trying to achieve the same goal, and we understand that. So, you know, I feel like it's taken a while for our team to kind of develop that chemistry, and it's really not about the players we have on the team. It's about the chemistry, right? I mean, there's a lot of good players out there, but to find that magic pixie dust to be able to get to deep on Sunday consistently is the key. And when you get the right combination, it's obvious.
Well, I think also one thing that you always joke about, which is totally true, is if you don't feel comfortable rooming with the guy, or if there's a guy on your team that you don't want to room with, then that's not quite a good fit. And I always think that's pretty funny, but it's like, you know, if you don't want to room with a guy, it's totally true. Yeah. It's totally true.
Your roommate at the tournament is like, I mean, it's part of that chemistry, you know, like, not only do you have, you know, the 10 players on the team and coaches and team manager and, you know, everyone that travels with the team, but then you have that, you know, that shared intimate space of the hotel room where like you need to have what you need, right? And you need to have a roommate that understands like where you want to be at in your headspace when you get in there. You want to be able to have like good conversations and be able to unwind. But it's also a time where, you know, taking advantage of that, you can be productive in the hotel room, talking about what happened, you know, reflecting on the day or the tournament or practices. And if you don't have a roommate where you feel comfortable having those conversations or not having those conversations, you know, it's that can be tricky. So it's nice. I mean, we do, I don't know, most people probably don't understand how we do it, but Dynasty used to have like roommates that would be, you'd have the same roommate every tournament. And I don't even remember what they were, but I mean, I'm sure Ryan and Alex do. But now we do a random draw every event. I don't know how random it is actually. I feel like Kevin maybe skews the results a little bit, but yeah, we have a random draw. So any given weekend, you're going to end up with a new roommate. So it's important that they're not a shithead.
And I will say, it's funny. MAKU Maku just mentioned this in the comments, and it was right on my mind. As long as the guy doesn't snore, also. So no one on the team snores, which is a good thing.
I don't know. Looking just at the gallery here, it looks like probably Blake and I snore.
Well, I was thinking last night, my wife woke me up twice to tell me that I was snoring. So
Yeah,
That's
I
good.
definitely snore sometimes. I definitely so. We got some more questions over here in the Q&A session. I really like this Q&A little box over here. If you guys have any questions, you can throw it in there. At the bottom, there's a Q&A. We've got, well, Dustin asked, and someone else asked also about mech conversions for the Force. And I think that that's something that's in the pipeline, not anything that we have coming out particularly soon, but it's definitely something that we want to do because we want to keep playing as many of these events as possible. Like we did say, we will be planning on playing more mech events, and it would be great to use our own equipment, but it's not anything that's on the immediate horizon, if that's correct.
But it's in our minds. Definitely
Yes.
definitely something that we're, rolling around. And,
Yeah.
That'll be an option. Certainly.
And we don't want to divert at least for field one and the team, we don't want to divert our efforts to where we're spread too thin. I mean, we want to make the Force as good as it can possibly be. And that's our main focus. We started out with a good gun, and we're on our way to making it a really great gun. So obviously the thing works, it's reliable. I haven't greased mine since Chicago. I'm really happy with how they performed, and obviously they can get the job done on the field. So yeah, if you haven't checked one out, you should.
Yeah, you should. Ryan Matthews asked, what team do you think is going to be the biggest challenge for Dynasty to go against this season? I mean, obviously the top handful of teams, the Impact, the Revo, the Heat, the X Factor guys as well, even though we took one of the better guys.
Yeah, Infamous, Damage. I mean, teams like, I feel like Damage really underperformed. Like those guys have a all-star caliber roster. There's, and a lot of the lower level teams are really stepping it up to become, mid-level or better. So, I'd say our main competition's Heat, Impact. Those are the two teams.
But if you think about, our path through the last two events, right? Like we've had a good run. How many matches? I don't know, 14 matches in a row. Mm-hmm. And I would argue that our closest matches have come against teams like the Ironmen, which is, a lot of people don't throw a lot of credit their way, but the score tells it all. We went to overtime. There's been a decades long rivalry there. And even though the players have changed, maybe there's still that feeling when we step on the field against teams like that. And so that's a challenge too.
Yep.
Yosh, Marcelo, you want to answer this one? It's from, I know I've seen a couple of them in there, but A. Palmer asks, as a professional paintball team, how often do you practice individually and as a team? A lot of teams seem to fly guys in for big practices and events. I think that was actually kind of a similar one asked a couple times, but basically what kind of, and Maku said the same thing. What kind of, if any, at-home training do you guys do?
Yeah, that's a good question, because sometimes it's difficult to get the whole team together to practice together. So typically we reserve those for the 2 weekends before an event where the field layout has been dropped. Sometimes we'll fill in, like we're going to have that January practice. We might add another practice in at some point in the season if there's like a big break. But it's everybody's responsibility to stay sharp on your own, right? So whenever you can get out to a paintball field and get your own work in, you need to be responsible for that. So you don't show up to practices, out of shape, not ready, not prepared, because the time that you're with your team, at least for us, it's important that we can, be really efficient with that time and work on just breaking down the field and figuring out the best way to win rather than, catching up on personal skills. So the more you play, the better you're going to play. You know, the more comfortable you are with your gun, the more accurate you're going to be. So it's really on you. You know, you should be doing stuff outside of the paintball field as well. You want to stay in shape, whether it's go to the gym or find a hill and do some sprints, or, you know, run around with the baby, whatever, you know, Ryan and them are doing these days. But you know, that kind of stuff is crucial. Yeah, you don't want to show up unprepared.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I've shown up unprepared quite a few times. It's not fun.
Seems
Hey,
to
you
work
turn
out
that
for you,
around
though.
though, huh? Yeah, I'm trying to get on the Frazee program.
Yeah, well, there's a combination, right? There's physical fitness and then there's paintball fitness.
Mhm.
Like I feel like, you know, you got to be in shape. And then, like, I was out at Capitol Edge with Yosh the other day, and you know, we played walk-ons and then we played like speedball. And it's funny, like there's an element of all of that stuff that is really valuable to have in your quiver, right? Like if you're playing a walk-on game against like 30 guys, that's good practice. There's a lot of targets. There's a lot of things happening. You got to have good field awareness. Like people think that, you know, practice just comes in the form of like, you know, playing on the layout and doing snap shooting. I mean, there's a lot more to it.
Mhm.
And I was kind of, you know, I was realizing that, and playing against different people. You know, some kid who's been playing for a year in a walk-on game is going to give you a totally different look than a pro guy. You know, it might be easier to shoot, but he might be doing something unpredictable, which is good to play. So, I mean, play as much as you can. And another funny thing that happened to me during that is we went and played. They still had the field layout set up from World Cup, where we had just gone and, like, you know, won the tournament against the best players in the world and this whole thing. And I get bunkered like 3 times by like a 15-year-old, like in the same spot that I played in the tournament, you know? And I'm like, it's crazy, right?
It is.
Yeah, I mean, you just got to keep grinding.
Yeah, that's a big part of what makes the game great, you know, is kind of like the equality. Once the horn goes off and everyone has paint that's shooting straight, you know, it's that's always been one of the things that I've loved most about paintball is you know, sometimes you're going to get shot by a much less experienced player, and you can't even call it luck. You know, they meant to shoot you and they got you, and that's a really cool thing about our game.
Yeah, back to that question though, you know, we all want to be held accountable for ourselves and our teammates, and right now I think we have 10 on the roster, and what that helps achieve is that if you're not playing that well, someone else is going to play. So it helps keep the drive high when you're at home, to push yourself to, you know, go out there and do the drills so that you're showing up to practice with a leg up on someone, you know, to hopefully achieve game time, and everyone's doing that. So it just pushes the team in the right direction.
Definitely, the inter team competition is a healthy one, you know, and it takes work. It has to be cultivated to.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. How is that from the Go Sports
It has to be
live
cultivated
broadcasting center?
Yeah. All right, I think we got that question covered. All right, you want to move to more questions, or what should we do?
Yeah,
Can't hear you.
Steve,
Ryan,
my
you're
man,
muted.
Steve.
True.
I like that he quoted the Sunday afternoon is where we live. Dude, Alex, you had so many golden nuggets at Cup, dude. I hope those audio clips remain forever. I'm sure they
Yeah,
will.
thanks.
Instantly
No,
iconic.
just honesty, man. That's what it is. So I'm stoked that you know, it was effective, and, you know, a lot of those words are true. So or all of them are true. And you know, it's being in the moment and you know, feeling the feelings and being able to express that on and off the field is great. Thanks, March. So yeah, we're gonna bring some more of that energy, and you know, going into it and winning is easy, but going into it again, like I said, and losing that's the test, right? So everyone's looking at us to looking for us to win, but we can't, you know, I feel like the key is going into an event or a tournament or a season is don't expect to win, but know that you can win, right? Because if you expect to win, then you've got too much. It's too much pressure. It's unrealistic. You've got to know that you can win. You have a chance to win, and you've got to earn that. So that's the kind of the crux of it, right? Like and it's hard, right? Because you want to have confidence too. Like you want to go in with the supreme confidence, going like, we're gonna win this one, but that's not reality. Reality is you might not win, and most times you're not gonna win. So that's I feel like an important outlook there.
Yosh is back.
Back in. I
Back
got Go Sports to pay the internet bill over here. So
And I want to answer Dalton Gilbert's question really quickly. I actually just talked to Dalton Vanderbilt. He went for a run for the first time, I think the last week. It was his first time running since the injury. So he's progressing very well. He's planning on getting a gym membership and taking it a little more seriously as far as his health goes. But he's on track to playing in the 2022 season. So that's good. And it wasn't a full tear. It was a partial tear of his calf muscle, I believe. But he seems like he's back and getting ready for the season.
And
So
that
that's
guy,
exciting.
man, I mean, having him in it mentally and physically is he's a top, at least top 10 guy in paintball. I mean, his awareness and ability and his cool, I like to call it, he's just always cool under the pressure is makes him, a really serious weapon. So I'm really excited to see him. And again, like, love sharing a room with the guy. So funny and fun to be around. So yeah, we're anticipating a big year from Dalton.
Yeah, he posted something on Instagram a little while ago about his him showing up at the finals, and anyways, stats don't lie for Dalton, in that regards.
Yeah, he's got the Midas touch for sure.
Midas touch. Yeah, we can answer a couple more of these Q&A sessions. I have chosen, we are going to be giving away a couple of things. These are unannounced gifts. I mean, you guys all kind of know that we're going to be giving them away, but Yosh, actually, maybe we should talk about the 4 grand prizes that we plan throughout the season, and then we can kind of segue into what we just kind of decided to throw in a couple extra bonuses for today's show.
certainly. So to start with, the first grand prize, and we refer to these as grand prize experiences because they're, we want our vision for this is to have something that is more than just receiving goods, right? I mean, that's going to be part of this too, and I'm looking forward to receiving goods to the Champions Club as well. But we want this to be a shared experience. We want, we appreciate what we have and the amazing things that are afforded to us by being a member of Dynasty, and we want to be able to share that. So the first grand prize experience that we're going to offer through the club will be
Oh no. So I can answer the rest of this.
The first grand prize experience is good internet Xfinity internet service and 1 free year of Disney Plus.
Yeah, that was a great cliffhanger. All right, and you guys can find out at the end of the show. Just stick around. So the first major grand prize experience that we have for you guys is going to be a build your own signature series force. So Field 1 is donating a force, but not only just a stock color force, you're going to be able to get your hands on and design your own. So think of what Blake Yarber has, Marcelo, myself. You could design it however you'd like, and that's going to be announced and given away in January. So that's something that I think is just in and of itself one of the coolest experiences. And on next month's on January's Intel session, we're gonna dive a little bit more deeply into how we design our stuff, what goes into the process. And it's not just kind of splash on something or why Blake's is, a Panther, and what his nickname meant to him, and why Alex chose his, or why Marcelo did his, or myself, and what goes into that type of design. And then one of you will be winning your own and being able to create that on your Then in April, we're going to be we're going to be picking another another person here in the Champions Club to be a Dynasty player for the weekend. So what that's going to mean is you're going to be coming to one of our practices. It's going to be all expenses paid. We're going to buy your plane ticket, take care of your meals, and take care of your entrance fee to the field as well, and your hotel. So I'll either be down here in San Diego or possibly up against Impact. And you're going to be able to, so bring your gear, because you're going to be able to jump into some points as well with us, helping us out in the pit, playing some points if you'd like, and getting some practice and some tips with the team. Then in July, we're going to do a back to a product experience. And that's going to be a head-to-toe Dynasty gear sponsorship. So you're going to be wearing a Dynasty jersey with your name on it. You're going to get a custom set of goggles, pants, all of the Dynasty gear from head to toe, and that's going to be shipped straight to you. So we have everybody's sizes as well. That's really exciting in and of itself. And then in October, it just so happens that October is our final quarterly experience. And you're going to be coming to World Cup. So one player is going to be all expenses paid trip to World Cup, possibly getting yourself into the pits and running the pits here with some of the guys. And I know Steve is in here as well. So yes, Steve, if you win that, then you're still helping us in the pits. But we're just taking care of your flight and your hotel, buddy. But that's a really cool experience. And also we will have these experiences at all of the events as well. Field 1 will have a VIP experience booth there at the paintball field at all the NXLs. So with your membership card, you're going to have access to that. So if you're already at one of the NXLs, please feel free to come by and say hi and hang out with us and kind of cruise in the back with us and everything. And then today we wanted to make something extra special that was unannounced, but because everybody who here is a big fan, a big supporter of the team, we have 2 extra championship rings that we won for the series and the season title. So we decided to give those away here today for 2 winners. And then on top of that, we're going to add 2 Scintilla head wraps. So there's gonna be 4 winners today, just because we wanted to show our appreciation and kick things off, because we're really excited about the Champions Club and everybody's support out here.
They're extra. I never got ring.
I don't think Blake did either.
Oh, that adds up.
Yeah, that explains why Blake lost his, but we have 2 extras.
My fingers are too small anyway.
Let me see if I could get Yosh back in here. So those are exciting experiences, and again, we wanted to do something that we could get you guys all in here and give away some more.
And I've been pretty pumped on going into the Facebook group and seeing you guys interacting and talking to each other and also kind of, creating a community around the group of people that we have here. Cause, obviously a lot of cool people and something in common. You probably all love paintball and also like the team. So yeah, stoked to see that happening. So it's going to be nice. I mean, I already know a lot of you, but to see your faces and understand that we're all in this group together.
All right, and Yosh is back, so let's see if he can get a couple words in before he gets kicked out of this thing again. And I want to answer Corey's question while Yosh is getting ready, is about the JT stuff. Have we come across any OG or prototype JT stuff or Dynasty stuff yet? We're just excited to see the new builds. I actually got you guys are awesome. So our fan base is pretty rad, and a lot of you guys have been with us since the very beginning. Hey, it's Matty Marshall too. And I know Alex has gotten a couple of cool OG stuff, OG items as well.
Mute, Yosh, you're on mute.
But I've got these ice blue goggles sent in today, so I'm going to create a new build. I've got these cool gray bottoms. Ronnie Squires hooked me up with the soft ears, so Spencer sent me these. And Blake, check this out, visor. Huh?
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby. So I got the blue ice. These are actually kind of special because we did the photo shoot for these things when they first came out. They put me in the very back, but I was in there. I was in the very back. But
Oliver was in the front. I didn't even make it on. I didn't even make it on. I was just standing on the side.
Yeah, I was standing in the very. I think I had like the poop brown or the purples.
Or Blake looks like he's in the frozen tundra.
What up, Maddie?
Good morning.
I got my IT guy here now to help.
I think we got it
you
sorted.
live.
Yeah, welcome live here at the Dynasty Show.
Call us in, Maddie. Call us in.
Is this the 2021 end of the year special right now, or?
Looks
Yeah,
like Lauren
yeah.
Kelly's got an interview for us.
Yeah. I'm just stoked at all this. I came in here to try to fix the internet, and I'm just like, oh my god, look at these rings, and we got some Hormesis stuff over here. Looks
Oh,
I
like
yeah,
did
so
fix
Yosh-
the internet.
looks like Yosh is eating some Reese's Pieces for breakfast.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, those are my favorite.
I'll bring you home one.
Yeah. So actually, Yosh, we just talked about all the experiences while you're fixing the internet. But I know that you won. Yeah,
Did I
yeah, you're always a winner. Yeah, you won a couple months ago. But you have a handful of some of the stuff. If you wanted to tease a little bit what some of the guys are going to get in the first month's package.
Yeah, actually, I don't have it in front of me.
Oh, I thought it was right there.
Yeah, no, I've got some cool stuff here though. I've got these rings that we are
Mhm.
going to be giving away today. This is not a grand prize VIP experience. This is just a thank you for being a part of what we're doing here.
Can I see those?
But yeah, month one, a lot of people have probably seen us, with the Champions Club jackets, and those were samples, but we got some great stuff coming. We've kind of got the first 3 to 6 months lined up here, and Alex has been working hard, making some great original designs, and that's kind of what's going to be special about this stuff. Is there's going to be some exclusive stuff, but there's going to be a lot of things that are just new, and they're going to be new to us as players and new to all of you as players too, and some fresh designs. And I know all the team guys are really looking forward to getting this Champions Club swag as well. Obviously, with the sponsorship change, we've got some cool stuff coming in as well. We'll tease a little bit of stuff as it comes out, but we want things to show up at your doorstep and for you to be, surprised and blown away by it. Kind of like we are when we get, new gear from our sponsors.
My daughter has been working on this statue of Ryan that I feel like it's gonna be pretty awesome to share. It's a pretty good likeness.
Yeah, we know that
Spitting
looks
image
just
of-
like you.
We've been hard
Yeah.
at work here at the Frazier residence, creating good stuff for you guys. So.
You might get my bobblehead in the mail.
It's uncanny. It looks just like you, Ryan.
Yeah.
But I did want to, I don't know if you guys covered, I'm sure you covered the grand prizes in detail, but I did want to say something about the first one, which is the Signature Series Force. And I think, you probably covered it, but part of that experience is not only designing your own Signature Series Force, and we'll produce it for you, but the opportunity to come to Field One and come to the shop and the headquarters and build your force. If you want to do that, come out there and you'll build your force with Alex and I. And, we'd love to take you through that process as well. And you can check out the shop that we build all of our guns in.
And that's actually an experience that we've been talking about quite a bit, about adding that to as a SKU almost, so that anybody could do that if you really wanted to. So we're talking about that as well, offering that type of experience to more people, because I think that is a really neat opportunity.
There's Corey right there weighing in. He's done it. It's awesome. Shout out to Corey there.
Yeah. So that is a cool experience. Just hanging out with Yosh and Alex is pretty fun. And spinning the wheel to see what kind of lousy lunch you're going to eat.
Yeah, we'll buy you lunch at least.
Yeah.
But if Corey's there that day, it's not going to be anything green. So
Yeah.
come on a Monday and yeah.
So, yeah, and we talked about how we're going to draw that and when that's going to happen, and how we're going to talk about that in the next month as well. So what else is on the docket? We still have a bunch more. Jamie Taylor. So really quickly on when you're going to receive the gold card. So you guys are going to receive a package. I think, when are we going to ship everything out, Yosh?
Our intention is to ship mid-January. We're still waiting for, I think, maybe one more item to come in. Obviously, we're still in mid-December. But yeah, I think people can expect their first monthly gift to ship mid-January, and it's not going to be a long ship to most people, so should easily have that before the end of the month, and we can all rock our new gear together.
Yeah.
Here,
Let's
let me
see.
invite you.
Thanks, Maddie.
You want some experience?
See you, Maddie.
Thank you.
See you, Maddie.
See you, Maddie. They're all
Thanks for
saying bye.
helping. And to answer Mike's question over here on how much input we're going to have on the JT gear. So I can already attest to that. We've seen a bunch of the designs. So we're pretty close with the design aspect. Most stuff that comes out with a Dynasty logo on it, we get to at least have a look at it and give them our input, whether we like this, that, or the other thing. So usually we choose pretty carefully and closely with everything that is branded with a Dynasty logo on it.
Yeah, that experience has been pretty good so far with John Dresser. I mean, it's kind of interesting because GI is a big company and, JT is a division of that. But, John Dresser is running JT and it feels like a small company. So, the way we're communicating is, pretty seamless. And I feel like we have a direct line to them and they're going to listen to us and we're going to come out with some cool stuff that, we're legitimately able to stand behind. And I mean, the goggles speak for themselves. They're, the best goggles, period.
Yosh, what else do you have on the list?
Well, considering that I've missed a good amount of this,
We can let you know.
I know people are probably awaiting a couple of these giveaways. Talked about Dynasty 2022 goals and intentions. Covered the first grand prize that will be drawn in January. I don't know. I mean, I did want to mention, kind of the structure that we have set up for the Champions Club, and at some point here in the near future, it's going to be like a renewing or recurring membership, and we'll have to transition everybody to that. I know that question was originally asked when we opened up the Facebook group. How do we keep going in this? How do we ensure that we have a spot? And obviously, everybody that's in right now is sold out pretty quick, and we're very appreciative of everybody who's been in here with us, and your spot will be reserved. So when we do transition to the recurring monthly subscription, you all will get your chance to do that before anyone else. So thank you guys for that.
And we're going to give you guys all plenty of headway as far as that goes. We'll make sure that you guys know that it's coming up, to check your emails and to make sure that you guys can renew if you want to. My guess is you guys are all going to want to, because the gifts and the experiences that we're offering are pretty exciting.
A lot of good questions in here. I don't know if you want to do the giveaways and then get to as many of these as we can, but we could probably talk for a couple of hours just with what's in there now.
Let's answer a couple more questions here. Eric's question, just really quickly out of the back, a Dynasty Discord channel. That is something that we are working on. I think that's we've definitely discussed it, and I think so. The problem is I don't really know what Discord is. Marcelo's the only one that knows it.
Yeah, Marcelo and I were talking a little bit yesterday. Marcelo can definitely, teach all of us about that and what benefits that have. But Marcelo and I were talking a little bit about that yesterday, and just the idea of maybe getting some input from the club here and figuring out like what people like as the best means of communication. Right now we're sending out some email blasts for important information we want to make sure everybody gets, and we've got the Facebook group. We've got I think just over 90% of our members are in the Facebook group, which is really good. But that does still leave out a couple members that we want to, have easy and good communication with. So I don't know, maybe we'll weigh in with the members on what the best method is. Is it emails? Is it the Facebook group? Would it be starting a Discord? And Marcelo, I mean, you're the young buck here. Maybe you can teach us a little bit about technology and tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, the Discord is an amazing platform. I'm still learning it, honestly. If it weren't for Steve, shout out to young Stevie over in the PTG Discord. He does a lot of the tech stuff behind the scenes that I'm not too savvy with, but you know, the basics of it I've got down and definitely understand it. But it's at first I was like, you know, what is this thing? I didn't really understand. You know, Gary Vee's been talking about it for 3 years nonstop. And now that I've learned it, I mean, it's just so cool how you can build out the different channels and make everything really easy and convenient for the users. But it's a whole nother platform that people have to download. So I definitely like the idea of just kind of putting it to the users, you know, whatever the Champions Club members want to use, you know, but they might not realize, you know, how good the Discord could be. So
Learning new
Yeah,
technology.
it seems actually like quite a few of the members in here know what Discord is and are kind of all for it. Seems like we got a lot of Discord support.
Mhm. It's basically like a big chat message board, right?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, there's just a lot of really cool features that make it you know, a lot cooler than just a chat board. But
I was thinking about switching back to Western Union, or maybe singing telegrams.
maybe just AOL Messenger.
Exactly.
What paint are we gonna shoot this season? J-ball. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, we'll have an announcement about paint
Banana ball.
sometime soon. But I mean, most people can probably connect the dots, but we'll definitely have an official announcement about that. Did you guys answer the question about loaders and stuff like that too?
Not yet. No,
While
that's
I
in
was
there.
gone?
That's in there still, I think.
Okay. Because I've lost all my questions because I.
Oh yeah, what hopper will you Dynasty? This is from Ignacio. So Yosh, if you want to answer that one.
So you know, our understanding and part of our deal with JT is that they're working on something really good too, and they're pretty far along. So the intention is to go there eventually. You know, they'll have a great product for us to use. In the meantime, you know, they'll keep us competitive by getting us something that they feel is going to work for the team. But ultimately, the goal is to be using a JT loader in 2022.
Yeah.
I hope I was allowed to say that. I think so. I think JT is good with them. Eric, maybe
Our members won't spill the beans.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, Eric. Maybe you can. If I didn't cover all that quite accurately, you can fill us in too. You have to unmute though.
I think he's sleeping.
That's not even really Eric. It's just a picture of Eric that he put in.
Yeah,
Cutout. Yeah.
My internet connection, I'm in and out of this meeting like every 5 minutes, so I just was out and came back in. I think I heard most of your explanation. It sounded pretty accurate.
I think he was actually falling asleep and coming back in because Yosh has been coming in and out. You've been just sitting there where you can see you the whole time, bud.
No, I've been in and out a bunch, but my
Oh, yeah, he just muted himself.
All
All
right,
right.
are you cold?
So-
It's a serious question. Are you cold?
He looks cold. He keeps rubbing his legs.
Blake's
Yeah.
muted also.
I did see a thing where he like went in
Oh,
the
me?
freezing lake. Blake, are you cold?
Yes.
There you go. I like a quick answer. Answer live. Peace.
So I think one of the question, or just as far as the loader question is for the time being, we could use what we want to use until JT has a more permanent loader for us to use. And I believe that they're in development with something, but the launch and use date is TBD, to be determined.
Yeah, and that's going to be kind of cool, right? Because that means that the team will be part of that development process. I mean, obviously we're jumping in much later in the development process, but as we've done with a lot of products, you know, we'll have input and you know, basically be able to help steer them to the best way the product can be.
I also have 2 velocity loaders. They take 2 9-volts each, so it's kind of like the whatever the some Pinocchios that we were using, except they spin way faster, and they have ninja stars on the inside. Remember the blue ninja stars? So I've got a couple of builds, so I'll bring those to the first practice. I think
I mean,
Like, they still want you to chainsaw that stump.
yeah.
I put a velocity on my force not too long ago, and it definitely kept up. The rate is just fine.
Yeah, because we use those things when we were playing,
Yeah.
Shooting
Uncapped
20 balls
semi.
a second. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But we
Alright.
won't be using those.
No, they sit like this tall off the top of the loader. Okay, Blake, do you want to fire up the chainsaw here shortly so you can see how you guys use that? And and so we've got 4 names here for 4 winners. I don't know, do we want to announce those right now for the first 4 kind of early grand prize winning? Do you want to do that now?
Let's do 2 at least, Ryan. Let's do 2. Maybe pick a prize and say who the winner was.
So we'll go for 1 ring and 1 scintilla wrap right now. Okay. So the first winner of a Dynasty World Cup champion ring is going to be Rolando Simsuanco. Sorry about that. So Rolando, congratulations. You are going to be winning. One of these will be shipped to your door. So we consider all of you guys a part of the team. So that's pretty rad right there.
That's a cool prize.
Yeah. And then Yosh also brought a couple of scintilla wraps, and the first scintilla wrap is going to be going to Connor Maniwong. Connor,
Connor,
yeah.
what up?
So what up,
Straight
Connor?
from Alex, Reggie, and Oliver Lang from Hormesis. This is a special one. These scintillas come in like really small batches. Just a few at a time, just like the headbands, which is why, one big reason why they're very sought after. This is a special one. I've only seen one like this, and this one's going to Connor. So
yeah,
congrats.
Connor.
Cool.
Yeah, Connor actually smoked me at Capital Edge the other weekend.
I barely
I
beat
shoot
him.
the Dorito guy. I was like coming down the snake, and then he fell out of the corner and shot me.
I barely
Congrats
beat
on
him
that
at
too, Connor.
the Capital Edge big game. Took a coin from him. Barely. And we have 2 more winners, so we'll announce those in a few minutes here. So congrats to Connor and Rolando. Let's see here. Do we want to get into a couple more of these questions? We have
There's some good ones. Let's start.
yeah.
Let's go back to Mike at 914. What will Archie add to the team that you guys didn't have before? That's probably a good one for March. He's pretty analytical on that.
That the team didn't have before. I don't necessarily know that it's something the team didn't have, but it's definitely going to be, like Blake had said, it's another really big boost, right? It's a big motivating factor. When you have a player of that caliber that wants to come here, it shows that the team's doing something right. And I actually think I saw one of the members say something like that in the chat earlier, but I think it just solidifies that we're on the right track and we have the same goal in mind, and the team's mission is to really come out and dominate this season. And, it speaks for itself when a player of that caliber, makes the decision to come over here. So he brings that. He also brings another perspective from another championship level organization, and another set of eyes. I'm really excited to hear. One of the things that I messaged Archie individually was, you've been in those conversations playing against me personally on Sunday this year. I would like to know what those are like. Like, what can I improve on? Because you have been my competitor. So you guys definitely know my weaknesses, my strengths. And I think that goes for the whole team. So getting that set of eyes, between him and Ryan Brand, some great paintball minds, having him on our side now is huge. It's a great perspective. So.
And he's just
I think
he's a killer, man. I mean, he's one of these few guys that just gets a lot of kills all the time.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
I mean, I think aside from his playing and his mental fortitude, I think he also brings a big voice on the field. We already have Marcelo, but a lot of the other voices, myself included, kind of get drawn out on the field. I think Archie has a good voice to get through all that clutter.
Totally.
All right.
All right.
Coming with the heat. It's on.
It's on, dude.
It's on. Yeah, this is exciting. Plus, just a level of competition between ourselves to keep everybody sharp. You know, with a 10-man roster, with a 7-man roster, you got pretty good odds of playing. You know what I mean? Especially if one person gets hurt. You know, like you're probably playing. But it's going to be good with 10 guys because it's going to increase the level of competition amongst ourselves to want to always be getting better and sharpening up a little bit. And that was one of the things that Archie had said. Remember, we mentioned at the beginning, he said, let's set an intention for 2022 and let's think of something that everybody could work on to be better. As from an individual standpoint. And so I think that that's going to be really prominent moving forward here as far as what we're going to need to do, because, I myself, I'm going to have to get a little bit better if I want to keep playing every point. I'm going to have to work on a lot. So that's exciting. I really just, hopefully I can convince Camille of that. Then I need to go out to the paintball field more often. so we just have to convince the wives that we need to go out to the paintball field more often. And then maybe if someone
just blame it on Archie.
Yeah, I'm gonna blame it.
Archie's on the team. I got to go play more paintball.
Yeah, I got to play more paintball. So hopefully someone just opens a paintball field somewhere near San Diego so we can play paintball a little bit more. That'd be something.
All right, Welshie. Some teams are making huge changes this offseason. Are you guys good with the lineup? Or will you see any more changes before the first tournament? We're locked in. I mean, we're dialed in with our roster. We have 10 guys. I think a really good mix of experience and youth, maybe a little bit more experience than we have youth, but I feel like Mike Urena and Damian are going to be, Mike's going to have a better year this year than he had last year. And, last year he had a way better year than he had the year before. So I think a bright future for our young guys and, our other guys coming into their golden years are certainly seasoned and ready to roll. So yeah, we're set. And I don't know what the other teams are doing, nor do I really care. But I don't know. They've got to figure something out. Brian, you're muted again.
Yeah, I know. I keep muting it. So let's see here. Another question would be, this is a good one. Actually, I want to know. A Palmer asked, who on the team, history, current or past, had an odd or quirky pregame ritual, if any? I think, Alex, you could probably have a better, who would do a weird pregame ritual? Anybody?
I don't know. I have a weird pregame ritual. Like it's a mental exercise that I do, which is sit there and talk to myself basically. But yeah, I don't know.
Always go for
I'd have to think about that pregame ritual. I know that Marcelo likes to rub his hands under his armpits and then smell it before the game.
That's a weird one, dude. Come on.
Like they're laughing. Come on.
Alex likes to go into the porta potty and sit there for 30 minutes and go on a vision quest.
Yeah.
Before every game.
Mine's a little different each time. It's weird. It just kind of depends on how I'm feeling. Sometimes I want music. Sometimes I want no music. Sometimes it really is just how whatever my mood is. I try to tap into that. And let that kind of guide my motivation before a match.
Yeah, I think that's good. Mikey meditates before each one. I don't think that's quirky or weird. I think that's really great. Kind of gets yourself in the mental aspect of the game and just kind of really focus on what your intentions are. So yeah, that's a pretty good one, I think, in my opinion. Do you guys let's see here. Oh wow, long-term plans to open owning and operating a Dynasty field or facility long term.
That'd be awesome.
Mm-hmm. That'd be
Might
great.
have to move to Russia though to afford that.
Yeah, probably not in California.
Yeah, just come to my house.
Any at home drills that are our favorites, anything that you can do at home. You know, and Alex, I did list, and I think we're going to be able to get some guys, those of you who are not BKI members, be able to get you some discounted BKI memberships for the Champions Club members, because there's a lot of good stuff in there. And actually, I actually joked about it because our new packs all have straps on them, and that's something that we're not used to. And I made a fun drill on YouTube a long time ago about putting odd items in your pods, because I always see people fumbling around with their pods, trying to open up where the thumb goes and trying to get it out of your pack. And I made this funny video on YouTube, like, I don't know, 10 years ago almost, about the pod trick. And that's to just kind of put everyday household items in your pods and wear your pack around the house. So that way, like, if you need to change the channel, you just reach back, pull it out, get the remote out, change the channel, put it in, put the pod back in. It's a muscle memory kind of drill, really. Put your cereal in the pods, like anything that you use on a regular basis. So I might have to start doing that so I can get in the hang of pulling the straps out again, to relearn that whole process. So anything else? Yes, water bottles, exactly. All right, let's see, any other questions here? Favorite jerseys from the past? I mean, I think we're wearing them. I honestly think that the jerseys, the black jerseys with the blue dragons and the blue jerseys with the black dragons on them, those are our favorites. Those are you know, we kicked around the idea of recreating the pinstripes. Those are not as radical as the other ones, but there was actually a really cool pinstripe one that Alex did point out that had the dragons. It had like the black came around here with like a blue, almost looks like the JT jerseys that I've been wearing lately from '99. And it had that type of pattern, but it had pinstripes and dragons on it. That one was actually pretty cool with the pinstripes. I don't know if anybody has their own, but you know, I really like what we have. Probably not going to do a red alternative again. But
The red bubbles, but if you have one of those from way back when, that's gold. Hold on to that one.
So let's do this. Yosh, do you have anything else on your agenda as far as what's going on?
I don't. I think
okay.
The next thing is let's get somebody else a ring.
Yeah. So we've got one more ring and one more scintilla. Did I lose somebody? Crandall. One more scintilla and one more ring to give away. So the next scintilla head wrap is going to be going to Spencer Mazur. Congratulations, Spencer, for winning this. And just to point out, you guys, that what we have already just kind of slated as far as giveaways and experiences and all that, we plan to add to all of that. We want to, we don't want to overpromise, but we want to make sure that you guys know, just like from here, is we're going to be giving you guys a lot more experiences and a lot more opportunities to get first crack, especially with the Hormesis drops, especially with Dynasty jersey drops and everything like that, even the goggles when they come out. And so this is just a taste of what is to come. And then the final ring is going to be going to Jacob Levy. Congratulations, Jacob Levy. So I'm going to copy.
Here we go.
Yeah. So really cool for sure. Let me see if I can copy these names here. Well, I'll write it in. So congratulations to Jacob Levy and Rolando Simswenko for winning the rings. Connor Maniwong and Mr. Spencer Mazur. Congratulations to the four of you for winning our first of many prizes and experiences to come. Really excited about all this stuff. And again, we're going to be hosting these Intel sessions at least a minimum of once a month. We're going to be getting you guys all on here, either this platform, which seems to work pretty well, or one of the others. Also, we will be recording this. So as we move forward, we'll be having a link for you guys as well. So for those of you who are joining us after this has been recorded, we appreciate you guys downloading and watching this, and we'll make sure that we get you guys all the link here shortly. All right. So and for all the questions, I mean, we have a little bit more time here if you want to answer some more of these questions that are in here. Oh, see you, Yosh. All right, Blake, fire up that chainsaw. We're gonna answer a couple more. We're gonna bang out a couple more of these questions.
Yang, 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 what? Yang, 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 yang.
Just, dude, put it on mute and start going to town.
Yeah.
Do you feel like the new bunkers / adding bunkers is going to change how the fields get played? What new bunkers are there?
So they got rid of the they got rid of the tall cakes, so no more tall cakes, and they added mini bricks and mini wedges. So there's 2 more bunkers in total from last year to this year, and they got rid of the 4 tall cakes. They added 4 mini bricks and 2 mini wedges.
Can I see over the top of them?
Not a guarantee.
Well,
Might be like the same size as a tall cake.
so I
It's
feel
like-
like I
seems like a
feel
little
like I
bigger.
better get some inserts for my shoes or playing high heels.
Yeah, just bring the high heels that you
Yeah.
wear at home.
Hey, boys.
It's a good move.
This is a good one. If you could have any dynasty, if you have one player back on dynasty from all previously rostered players, who would it be and why? Besides Oliver, let's have Marcelo and Blake answer that first.
Okay. I'd say Glenn Takamoto.
Ooh,
Oh,
nice, very
that
nice.
was quick
Man,
too.
you had that quick. Wow.
Yeah,
I mean, I can't say that because you said it, but I agree with that. That is who it would be.
it's a good one.
And can't choose Oliver. I'm bringing back Mouse. Probably
Oh.
not a popular vote, but
Your boy.
I know.
Yeah.
I know who Alex is going to choose.
I'm not
I
gonna
know.
choose. Let's say it at the same time. One,
One,
two,
two,
three.
three.
Angel.
Angel.
BC.
Oh, BC.
Angel is the first name on my brain, but I will say he's a little I don't know. He's a little kooky these days. But
Oh, I guess that would have been a good caveat to the question. Do you get him back now in current form, or do you get him back as Angel from 2005? So that would
you get him back from that time.
oh, Danny Chiljack, yeah, that's a good one. Dan White Chiljack, he's good. I did just play with Danny Chiljack. He's still got it, so he'd be a great addition back.
Maybe Hinman.
Who?
Hinman.
Cash Money.
Cash money.
Yeah.
Cash money.
All right, guys.
All righty. Well, Yosh is back again. I guess let's let Yosh answer this final question before we all sign off here. The question, Yosh, was if you could have any dynasty player from the dynasty's history back on the team, who would it be? And we didn't really think of this part until after everybody answered, but you'd get them in their form when they last stopped playing. So not like someone now, but someone when they were on the team and in their prime. And you can't choose Oliver. And Yosh is frozen again.
I thought he was thinking. Maybe he's thinking.
I did too.
Man, he's really considering this one.
Yeah.
let's just quickly. I think Coogan's question is important. Just to get it quickly. Do you guys feel that paintball has really helped you get through tough times in your personal life? On the other side of it, have you found that situations in your personal life affect your focus on the field? So that's certainly having a family and having other responsibilities. It's certainly a balance, right? And I feel like a lot of paintball players go through that. And you want to go out there and do your thing on the paintball field because it is kind of like your outlet. And you don't want to sacrifice time with your kids and stress at home and other responsibilities. So yeah, I think both things, right? And when you're at the field, you're really able to express yourself and be around the guys and all those things which are important to have in your life as well. So yeah, it is a balance, and it takes a family to support each other and to realize that everyone needs to do their thing and support each other and that. So yeah, I mean, I think that's a very common experience amongst paintball players, whether you're a pro or just an enthusiast. So it's real for all of us. And I expect that goes beyond paintball. It's probably with a lot of hobbies that people care about a lot. And yeah, it's a pretty, it's a good question. And I feel like it's something that people should definitely be aware of.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. I mean, definitely things outside of paintball can certainly affect your focus on the field.
And yeah, I mean, paintball has got me through a lot of hard times in my life. I mean, I literally started playing paintball and met all these guys, when my parents were getting divorced. That was my like outlet through, in my life. And I feel like that's was important for me. So yeah, paintball's helped me get through some of the hardest times in my life. It's also caused some of the hardest times in life. Yeah. So thanks for that one, Google.
Yeah, good question. All right. Well, Yosh actually sent in his answer, and his answer was BC as well. He also said, thank you everybody for tuning in, but he wasn't going to put us through another possible lag time again. So, but we want to thank everybody very, very much for tuning in for this first of many Intel sessions that we're going to be doing. And this is a pretty cool experience for all of us. And we're all very excited. So also let us know how you feel this platform went. Obviously the first 2 minutes of it were a little hectic getting everybody ready, but I think this worked out really well.
Yeah. Thanks everyone. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Have a great holiday season. And yeah, we appreciate all of you, and we're excited to get back on the field and doing our thing.
Awesome. Peace, guys.
See you
Merry
guys.
Christmas.
Yep. Happy holidays, and talk to you guys soon.